Deirdre Garvey and I'm Chief Executive Officer with The Wheel. And welcome to our 10th anniversary birthday video. We thought it would be a good idea to mark this milestone, and we've gathered together on film some of the people who were involved in The Wheel in the early days, as well as people who are involved now, both in The Wheel and in the sector. We think it tells the story of how far we've come, both in The Wheel and in the sector, in the last 10 years. And I hope you enjoy watching it.
Ireland needed somehow to bring to centre stage everybody who was involved in community and voluntary work, to bring them together as what I often called a powerful gel, something that was capable, even if they did come together in strength, of influencing the agenda of the nation. That seems like a big thing to say, but I think that's what I was picking up when I was talking to people.
This is a time to look back, at The Wheel, and I can look back at that from that very beginning, when a group of people who shared the vision of Dr. Mary Redmond, who had that warm regard for the sector because we were part of the sector, we knew what was going on, and who had a sense that in the changing times we needed to become more cohesive.
It was interesting actually the way in which The Wheel started, because I had been involved in the whole world of hospice for about 10 years. And after I passed on the chairmanship of the Irish Hospice Foundation, I began to reflect on my time in the world of hospice. And I was just coincidentally asked to talk about the topic of the social entrepreneur. And it was funny that when I began to research that, I found a sort of affinity between what a social entrepreneur is and the sort of work I'd been doing in hospice. So I spoke about the social entrepreneur, and I was absolutely amazed to see the sort of response. I hadn't expected it at all, not just from people who were there, but people who phoned me afterwards. And then I got a telephone call from a national newspaper who asked me to summarise what I'd said and could they print it. And it just started to snowball, quite extraordinarily. The sort of thing, I suppose, that makes you say it was an idea whose time had come. And what I was saying at that stage was very tentatively what an enormous force or power the community and voluntary sector would be if it came together.
I remember being at that very first meeting in February 1999 at Blackhall Place, organised by Mary and Sandy and Bill from Alexander Dunlop. And I remember going to that meeting and wondering, what sort of crowd was this at all? I had been working in Barrettstown as a fundraising manager, and I thought this whole concept was extraordinary.
And we had ground rules. For instance, you had to share the airwaves, and nobody could criticise anybody else. You weren't asked to critique your neighbour. We were very delighted if somebody was, if you like, a wild card with their ideas. And we used to gather all of these ideas together on flip charts and then write up a report of the meeting. So there was this extraordinary sense of everybody being involved and everybody being excited as to what was going to emerge from the meetings.
I remember working in the attic of the Carmichael Centre in a room that I didn't believe could have possibly been as small as it was. I remember hiring my first staff member. I remember somebody crying on my shoulder in the office in my first week at work. I remember the marvellous support and help that I got from everybody on the core group. Certainly from Sean Healy, Bridget Reynolds, Kate O'Sullivan, Fergus O'Farrell, and indeed Mary Redmond herself.
There was no master plan. There was just a desire to bring people together from all over the sector, knowing that the energy and the wisdom of the group would actually shape the way forward.
I would think The Wheel today, after 10 years, means that a vision, some sort of a nebulous idea on the parts of many people has turned into reality.
Essentially what for me The Wheel represents is the potential for organisations, non-profit organisations, to work together, to learn from each other, to work together to get better at what they do, and together to have influence on government and on policy and on the environment in which they work.
To me, The Wheel means a sense of community, solidarity, information and strength, unity.
The Wheel's greatest strength is its understanding of the community and voluntary sector, an understanding of the times and situation we're in at the moment.
I think the Wheel's greatest strength really is that it can reach out to so many people within the community and voluntary sector and they work together to achieve standards, to achieve funding point, to achieve Fundraising Ireland, so that it acts as a kind of a neutral convener.
Coming together, that is real strength. So the more members the wheel is going to have, the more meetings that the wheel will have, the more it will have strength. So this gelling together of this powerful energy in the sector, which the wheel can encapsulate, is a powerful thing, and is capable, I believe, of doing an enormous amount of good and of influencing government and of influencing the way in which things progress on the social agenda.
Happy 10th anniversary to everyone in the wheel, and well done on all your hard work.
After 10 years, I am absolutely delighted on behalf of the 48 resident groups here in Carmichael Centre for Voluntary Groups to wish the wheel a very happy birthday.
I would like to send my congratulations to the current leaders in the wheel, to Deirdre and to Seamus and everybody involved in leading the wheel, and wish them every success for the next 10 years.
I'm very proud to have been involved with the wheel to some extent from the early years. It amazes me now that I'm saying happy 10th anniversary to the wheel and everybody who works with the wheel.
Happy anniversary, the wheel.
A very happy 10th anniversary, and I look forward to many more anniversaries in the future.
Happy 10th anniversary to the wheel and all the staff.
Happy 10th anniversary to the wheel, and 10 and 10 and 10 more. Well done to everybody involved.
I would like to wish the wheel and everyone associated with the wheel a happy 10th birthday.
I want to wish the wheel a really happy 10th birthday.
So I want to wish the wheel a very special congratulations on its 10th birthday, and wish it all the very best for the next 10 and way beyond that as well.
This idea that people had in 1996, which seemed an almost impossible dream at the time, that it has actually succeeded. I think that's absolutely wonderful, and it's something that we can all share in, because in a sense, the wheel is everybody's.